Hello!
Bonjour.
Hello guys, Mia is back with some story again. And this time we are visiting Nantes city center and the museum, something that you don't want to miss if you are in the west part of France. Of course, it's a family trip, wherever we are, Sophie is coming with us. So who does not know who Sophie is, you will find out. Sophie is obviously ready with her phone. And we just need to tide her. Say hi.
Hi.
Say bonjour.
Bonjour.
And say buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
So we have a bag for her. This is bag made by her grandma from France.
Grandma.
And it's actually quite practical, small, but you can put everything like shorts.
Yard.
Yes, the shorts. And nappies, a little bit of... I made the pizza for breakfast because Sophie likes pizza and that's the only way I can give her some veggies. And yeah, some wipes, sunscreen, we keep it for later, and some snacks because mostly we will eat in a restaurant. Let's say most of the time we give Sophie what we eat, but I get something extra from home, so it just depends. We'll discover a wonderful castle museum and place full of inspiration, all while developing our kids' brain. How that works, stay and find out. As a parent, I know how important it is to expose our kids to new experiences for their brain development, and this vacation was the perfect opportunity. From exploring museums filled with history and art to visiting castles that felt like stepping back in time. That's how we start the day. What my small family and I love to do is to wake up and see the sun. Mostly when Axel and I work, we don't have a breakfast together because Axel does not like to get up very early and I have to write my blog early in the morning. So that's the only time I have for writing during the day. Even if you don't have a kid, the morning could be a nice time to bond with your partner or yourself.
Six. Et moi j'ai combien? 1, 2, 5. Moi j'ai que 5. Donc c'est toi la plus drôle. Toi t'as 6. It's your daddy? Yeah. Boum, boum. Boum. Bisous, bisous. Bisous. Oh, mignon.
Right off.
We are 8 minutes from the main place of the city.
Okay. So we took a walk through the center of the city of Nantes, enjoying some old buildings decorated with sculptures. Before, when I see architecture while I'm in Europe, it seems to me normal. And I admire the art of people created in the past. But now, after a trip to Africa, Arabic countries and New Zealand, I start to appreciate it more and find it a very unique part of the culture. Informal learning outside of school or kindergarten is crucial for a child's development, and exploring a new culture can have an enormous effect on kids and adults. And the buildings aren't the only thing you can experience in one culture. When it comes to experiencing one culture, the monuments are just a tip of the iceberg. Visitors can experience the diversity of cultures in many different ways. For example, if you take a trip to Western France, there is so much more than just a building and castles to explore. And what you can do kind of filming. One way to get a better understanding of the culture is through videos. Vloggers is an excellent way to capture all the unique experiences that come with the traveling in Europe. It helps to provide an inside look at all the various countries, cultures, and people that makes up Europe. Plus, it's a great way for family members to bond and share their travel experiences with each other. Another important thing is local cuisine. Experiencing local cuisine is also a great way to connect with a new culture while traveling in Europe. Eating local dishes gives us an opportunity to connect with the locals over something they enjoy on a daily basis. Food. Exploring museums is another great way to learn about a particular culture and its history. Visiting museums can help spark a child's natural curiosity about new places and give them an opportunity to learn about different societies and civilizations. Not only does this provide educational opportunities for kids, but it also helps in brain development by encouraging them to ask questions, use their imagination, and think critically. Museums can help young children make sense of the world and beginning to expand their thinking in new and complex ways. How do museums affect the brain? According to the finding of the study, creative activities in museums have a significant positive impact on the mental health of those suffering from mental disease, and the museum setting itself played a role in this.
Est-ce qu'il nous reste le temps de visiter le château aujourd'hui? Ah, parfait.
Originally Serbia, but we are living in New Zealand. Is it allowed to film? So according to the findings of the study, creative activities in museums have a significant positive impact on the mental health of those who are suffering from mental distress, and the museum setting itself played a role in this. They discovered that museum visits lower stress level, as well as a frequent museum visit and viewing figurative art, lowering blood pressure. A museum visit also reduces chronic pain intensity, a person's lifespan, and decrease the risk of dementia. Please see all the references below in the description box for more information about it.
Père François II peut songer à la marier à un prince puissant.
Now, if you stay with me a few minutes more, you will find out how you can manage kids' behavior in the public space, at least how I do that. Sophie is young, just 2 years old and a half, but the atmosphere, materials, and lots of paintings, I believe, had a huge influence. It was a fascinating experience that sparked her imagination. Now, you probably think that she's too young to absorb all the information that French history can offer, and you are right. It's too much for adults too. Also, you're probably wondering how to manage to have young kids far from running and making a mess in a public place. La chambre de dragon. Sophie, si tu dors la mythe. Yes, probably kids do that. I just don't think about it. Secondly, I try to imagine I'm Sophie and think about what she would like to do. And things about what she would like to do. Or I just follow her and try to represent the space to her on her way. What I mean by that is that whatever she would like to do, running, touching the stuff she's supposed to not touch, I'm trying to minimize all the actions, just simply explaining why she should not run a lot
or touch old furniture or paintings in this case, and she will understand, unless she wants to touch it just because I said she should not. Have you been there? Yeah. Lots of times she likes to test my patience, and sometimes I don't have it, so but I always offer two options.
This is red dragon.
Let's dragon.
The first option for her is to behave as a lady and be nice, or we can go home and spend all day at home doing nothing. For me it works. I understand that every kid is different, and I'm talking about my experience, which means maybe it won't work for you. However, be inspired to find a model that works for you and your kids, so you have to test it a few times and try different things.
This is really amazing. I feel really like in a fairy tale. It looks beautiful. Probably in that time it wasn't so beautiful because they were in war and the conditions of living weren't the best. But at the moment, I really enjoy the environment.
So if you're looking exciting escape, that will also be beneficial for your kids. Head over to Europe. There are plenty of things you can do in France that will leave long-lasting memories in your family album. Just make sure not to miss out all of the wonderful sights the amazing country has to offer. I would be very grateful if you leave some comments below about it. Do you like it? Do you find it very inspirational? Or what would you like to see from me? Thank you guys for this time. Bye bye.